when I used to live in Singapore, yung Singapore kasi sobrang liit. For those of you who've been there, it's just slightly bigger than Samal Island, I think. And there's very little space. People live in high-rise buildings. And since it's a first world country, most people have air conditioning and they can afford to run it all the time. Yung aircon, okay? Di ba yung aircon natin, yung likod nun may mainit na hangin? Di ba doon tayo nagsasampay minsan ng damit? That somebody in Singapore was able to invent a technology that captures that waste heat. Kasi wasted lang siya eh. Kung hindi natin gagamitin, wala na siyang use. But it captures that waste heat to make hot showers. So, yung nagamit yung wasted, yung otherwise heat that would have otherwise been wasted, plus makakatulong pa siya sa bill ng kuryente kasi hindi ka na magbabayad ng heater for the shower. Eh. Kasi for those of you who manage your households, alam natin na yung pinakamataas na kain ng kuryente, yung nag-change ng temperature, yung aircon, that's one, plancha from cold to hot, yung heater, yung refrigerator. So, gano'n. Yun yung malalaking kain ng kuryente. Meron din idea of carbon sequestration. Yung carbon daw sa atmosphere, isasak by planta na nagsasak ng carbon from the atmosphere. Parang medyo complicated siya. Ganyan yung itsura niya. Isa-store siya sa ilalim ng Earth. But aside from being expensive, it's also ridiculous when you think about it because we have a natural carbon sequestration device found in nature. It's intrinsic in nature, and these are trees because trees naturally use carbon to make their food. They combine it with the water in a process called photosynthesis para mabuhay yung tree. So ito mga photos of tree planting activities. Tree growing ngayon, like kayo, meron kayong tree growing festival, di ba? So it's not just about planting a tree and leaving it there. Try to go back and see how your tree has done. Parang pet. Ganyan, titignan nyo kung kamusta na siya. So grow. See to it that it grows into adulthood. Ito. Ayan, tree planting in Beijing, yung communist country, medyo, kung hindi ka mag-tree plant, baka lagot ka, baka hulihin ka. Ayan. Ito, I saw this nearby, in Davao actually. It talks of the amount, value of a tree. When you talk of the oxygen it provides, air pollution control, soil erosion control, soil fertility, water source. So yun yung yung worth niya. Pero nung ni-research ko tong professor na nagsabi nito, 1970s pa raw niya sinabi to. So, imagine the inflation from 1970s to until now. Baka milyones na yung value ng isang tree. Okay, these are photos of my nephews and nieces. Pinapaano po namin sila, pinapa-encourage namin na sumali yung mga tree growing activities. As young kids, we try to give them the value or teach them the value of loving nature kasi it's not easy to protect something that you don't love. So kayo na parents, may mga kids, you can teach your children that value, no? Okay. My niece actually lives in a farm similar to this. Her father plants kamoteng kahoy. Farmer entrepreneur po yung brother ko. He plants ano pa bang pinaplant niya? Saging na yung native na bananas. He also uses organic fertilizer kasi not only is organic fertilizer more healthy for the soil kasi hindi po siya nakakadry. Medyo mataas kasi yung commercial fertilizer, mataas yung carbon footprint kasi ginawa pa yun in some factory abroad, tinransport pa yun dito. Mataas yung carbon footprint niya. When you have organic, medyo libre yun, diba? Kasi it's really just a waste produce from your homes or from your farm na ipoprocess lang using natural processes na gawin siyang fertilizer. Putting a price on carbon. Cap and trade. Ito medyo sa government side siya. It's basically putting a price on pollution. para yung mga corporations or companies or communities hindi na basta-basta magpo-pollute kasi ita-tax mo na sila. So ito naman, green ideas that you can think of. I know that I just recently was in Albay and I saw this poster, bawal na yung plastic. I know that you're slowly transitioning into that, no? Let's just clarify na bawal ang plastic na single-use plastic. So yung isang gamit lang itatapon nyo na kagad. Yun ang bawal. So pag bumibili ka ng pandesal or bread, for instance, you can bring your own container or your own cloth bag. So ganon. Ganon yung in-encourage nila doon. So there's also yung mga green technologies that you can apply in building infrastructure. Yung ito, yung nakita ko to sa isang mall, hindi ko maalala kung anong country to eh. Pero pinag-advertise nila na yung isang green architecture na they apply, yung enhanced glass, na mas madaming light yung napapasok. So hindi na nila kailangan mag-on ng ilaw. Okay? Tapos meron ding yung mga water efficient features na minsan pa yung ginagawa ng plumbing, yung wastewater na clean water, ginagawa siyang pang spray ng grass para tumubo yung grass. So may mga ganyang ideas na green architecture. Ang dami pong pwedeng gawin. Okay? Meron naman the ideas of green hotels. Ako kasi traveler po ako, so kailangan ko pong i-reduce yung carbon footprint ko as much as I can when I travel. So you try to stay in places like these and you try to observe yung yung merong mga green practices yung hotels na pwede nyo gawin. Like, kunwari, hindi na, yung hotel normally change sheets every day, diba? But you don't really do that in your house. So you just say na hindi kailangan mag-change ng sheets or hindi kailangan mag-change ng towels every day. Kasi syempre, tumataas yung carbon footprint pag everyday isang gamit mo lang, nag-wash na kaagad ng towels at ng sheets. So yun, you try to practice those things. Bed sheets. Okay. Sa US po, medyo matigas ang ulo ng US. Pero somehow, si Obama, may mga issues din ngayon. Pero somehow may development naman kahit papano. Let's just take the example of coal power plants in the US po. The US is a major consumer of electricity, no? Okay, when you talk of its proportion to the population and the land area. Ito po yung proposed new coal plants between 2002 to 2008. But because of more awareness sa mga tao, sa Americans, no, a lot of these projects were canceled and were in fact replaced with renewable energy projects. So at least meron na pong mas aware na yung mga tao. Sa Pilipinas naman, we have the Republic Act 9729. Which I'm sure like a lot of your public officials know about this. No, it's supposed to mainstream climate change into every government policy. Okay, these are the strategies that I got from the National Climate Change Commission. Ayan, kasi for most Filipinos, it's a matter of survival when you talk about climate change. It's we have all these calamities, typhoons, flooding, crop damage, mudslides, landslides. They result to these problems. Hindi lang siya physical problem. Magiging economic disruption siya, political destabilization, social decay. Galing po akong Cagayan de Oro. Yung mga tao na nawalan ng bahay, most probably they will end up robbing people in the streets kasi wala na silang mapuntahan. So that's a form of social decay because of an extreme weather event that happened to us. Ito medyo nakuha ko to from the speech ni Miss Grace kanina. We did not inherit the earth from our ancestors, we borrowed it from our children's children. Kailangan natin ibalik siya in good condition kasi hiniram lang natin. So we need to protect our forests, protect our seas, clean up our act. Promote love for nature. Ito po, isi-share ko lang konti yung mga what I've been doing as an individual. Parang, kasi nga, if you can't, you have to practice what you preach and preach what you practice. So ito po yung photo from my birthday last year. Yung mga kaibigan ko po, pinaplant ko muna sila ng trees bago ko sila pinakain ng lechon. So, good trade-off naman, di ba? Para naman gutumin sila talaga. Um, I also use solar power at home. Although nakakonect lang po siya sa aming ilaw, pero pag nagpo-brown out po, may ilaw pa rin po kami. Tsaka pwede po kaming mag-charge ng cellphone. There is also, okay, I also try to bring my own reusable bag every time I shop. Yan, magiging practice nyo na yan dito. I also bring my own water bottle so I don't have to buy. I also attend a lot of awareness activities such as this one, the Earth Hour today. And then Moving Planet, I was a speaker last year for the United Nations Youth Association of the Philippines. Ito naman, this is something I joined in Korea, the 10-10-10 March, 315. Ito, my Korean friend. Ayan, sorry. Okay, Earth Hour in Vietnam. I was with my friends there last year to. So we joined the vigil there same time last year. Saturday din yun. Okay, reduce, reuse, recycle. This is overused in the environmental world pero sobra po niyang kailangan. Ako po, honestly, maarte po ako sa damit. Pero what I do is I buy a lot of vintage. Sinabi nga nung ukay-ukay. And I also promote yung parang mga swapping sessions with my friends. Like ito, this top I swapped with another friend of mine who got tired of it. One man's trash is another man's treasure. So pwedeng, ako na nag-assume, tapos siya naman kumuha siya ng damit from me. Itong necklace ko, binili ko to from Ukay-Ukay Tiangge. Halos lahat po ng gamit ko second hand, medyo allergic po ako sa brand new. Kasi gusto kong na yung bumaba yung carbon footprint ko in the sense na may ka-share akong previously loved, previously used material thing. At least may ka-share ako. Okay. Pinapamabilis na ako. Pero ito, waste segregation, I know that you're starting to do that here. But sa every little thing naman, even just switching the lights when you leave a room, it counts. Kasi that's less energy used for the world, for the planet. Everything you do counts. And sabi ni Lao Tzu, if we do not change direction now, we might end up where you're heading. And if you were at my talk this morning, we're heading to a very dire future if we don't do anything now. Action cannot wait. There is still time, but the time to act is now. Kayo lahat na nandito, whether from, out of duty, out of real passion, out of accident, nandito kayo, dumaan kayo na nakinig sa akin. You're not here by pure accident. You're here for a purpose. You're here to understand all these problems and share it with other people so that there are less ignorant people now when we talk of climate change. Okay, I leave you with a quote from Mahatma Gandhi, one of my all-time favorite quotes. You have to be the change now that you want to see in the world. So be the change as an individual. Be the change for your community, for your country, for the Philippines. This is a photo of a Milky Way galaxy. Parang there are talks of, if you remember the movie, parang 2012, parang saan ba sila pupunta or was it another? Basta yung mga ganong ideas, medyo far-fetched siya. Even if that were true and can be doable, hindi po natin kayang lahat na umalis ng mundo pag hindi na siya livable. So we have to do something now. It's our moral obligation as human beings to do something, and we start with ourselves. You be the change you want to see for the planet. Thank you very much. Night.
Thank you very much, Ms. Beline Marie Paydongay, the 25 Forever Female and an environmental advocate. Thank you for sharing thank you for the very informative and awakening message you had imparted to us. At this moment, ladies and gentlemen, we shall now hear a message from the father of the city of Coronadal, who is indeed an environmental advocate and a real environmental leader. A man who initiated the first ever tree growing festival and known to be one of the major festivals in the city of Coronadal. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor and privilege to introduce to you the man who is taking a lead in protecting the Mother Earth. Our city mayor himself, the Honorable Peter B. Miguel.
Pasensya na, Jean, ha? Ang mga madali daw, kailangan bilisan. Di pa tapos siya mag-introduce. Mayong gabi sa tanan! Kanami Coronadal! Kanami gid kay Ari Kamuditon. I'd like to greet our visitors, especially the private sectors, the NDMU, headed by Sir Willie Lubrico, the Business Chamber, Coronadal City Chamber, Business Chamber, Danny Lim, and the rest from Government Service, Engineer Attorney Bretanya, Christian J. Moquino, Councilor Ogoy, Councilor Calixton, Vice Mayor Ojena, and of course our City School Superintendent, Sagani de la Cruz. I'd like to greet also our special guest, si Madam. People from Yellow Bus Line, palapakan po natin. Tama gid ba? I know some people from Coronadal City, Coronadal Commercial Center, KCC, palapakan po natin. O yun, damo gali. From, I also heard people from Ace Commercial. Oh, doon. Of course, from Gaisano. Okay, and I've seen sa Din Paganya. I cannot name you all. In fact, I'm sorry we don't have a registry for private sectors, but I know you're here. Of course, Socoteco, always partner, palapakan po. Especially this time na pinag-uusapan energy, PhilHealth. Nandito po sila. Sige, yun. Tamang-tama, salamat po. I'd like to mention Marvel Tel, palapakan po natin. ELS Marketing, Manila Star, wow. Mission Coronadal, wow. Chamber of Commerce, Girl Scout of the Philippines, yay. BIR, yay. LBP Coronadal, DPWH Region 12, oh, salamat po. EMB, Region 12. Yes, Sir Cyclone, magandang gabi po. DepEd, Region 12. PCSO, Region 12. Ay, PCSO pala. Walang Region 12. PSU, of the Province, I understand, Provincial Security Unit. NETA 12. Yay! Wala na si Ma'am Kokoy. DOH 12. Whoa, thank you. DTI Region 12. DILG Region 12, palapakan man natin. BIR RR18 Coronadal City. Yay! Mukhang marami to, ha? LTO Region 12. Salamat po sa lahat ng national line agencies. Nandito rin, alam ko, mga group of bikers. Mabuhay kayo. Let's continue our advocate of saving energy through biking. Nandito rin po ang Philippine Red Cross. Palapakan po natin. And of course, Fitmart Mall. Kaya pala parang masamang tingin ni Sir Danny sa akin. Sir, okay na. At siyempre po yung mga barangay chairman natin sa iba't ibang barangay ng Coronadal. I cannot name you all. Ang Hinugyaw dancers who prepared much. Ang sinabi ko sa kanila, yes, Earth Hour is being celebrated all over the world, but we must do the best we can our Coronadal way. And so indeed, be prepared. Nandito na ang mga dahon-dahon. I understand we have stations also that will depict the plight of our environment. So salamat sa lahat ng efforts. This is just the beginning. I know this is beyond what we are going to do tonight. Ang obrahon karon is just simple thing. To turn off our lights, 8:30 to 9:30, that's it. But we have to work beyond this one. We have to reinforce again what we've started. We started a year ago, our tree growing festival. Nagsimula na rin tayo ng no to plastic. Nagsimula na rin tayo ng no smoking. Nagsimula na rin tayo ng lahat ng mga bagay-bagay para lang sa ating environment. And of course, this will not be successful without a firm resolve within you. In fact, tonight is the night to recommit yourselves. Talagang akuon nyo sa inyong sarili that I will do something on my own little way to save our earth, to give opportunity for our children and our children's children. Ito po ang kahulugan, subong. It may not mean so much. Saving energy for an hour, gamay mo lang na akin niya sa atong kontador. But what is important, this is the day we can speak of to our children. Kaya ko, minarapat ko dali ng mga anak ko. Sana dala nyo na yung mga anak nyo. They don't know what's happening. But if they will be a part of this, then they will realize later that they have to do something also. They will understand what we're fighting for. They'll understand also that they have to fight for in the future, for their future also. So hindi na ako magpadugay-dugay. Asa ako lang